Good evening, everyone, and a very special good evening to JLC and Posh for being very early here. I'm Gregor. This is a stream, and the stream is gonna be Chrono Trigger. In case that wasn't very clear already. Who's the most clueless? I mean, Crono, I guess. Yeah, but Crono is like a silent protagonist, so I don't know. I don't know if he counts as clueless, right? That's the thing. So what? Okay. Because I mean, he does like, he does like seem to be like the most competent party member, more or less, by virtue of like stat-wise at least. So I don't know. I kind of like thought about it and figured that I kind of wanted to like at least have a look at the sewers before going on through Site 32. and like the whole like jetpack thingy. Eek! Outsiders! Better report to Crowley, which is the boss in here. Actually, do you think we can actually like take the boss here? Push random buttons. Yeah, I mean, that might be like the biggest clue. Although I'm kind of thinking if we kind of like try to take on Crowley now, we're like potentially missing on some key afterwards. Like after we get like Robo and go back to like the end of time. So I'm kind of thinking, but it's kind of like it's like a nice look into what this game is really about, because we are in the future where humanity has like reached rock bottom and then drilled a little bit downwards as well after that. And yet we still have like body comedy with two frogs. There was a bridge here. I saw it. I swear, Ribbit. What? It got up and walked away, Ribbit. Don't you lie to me. There's nothing here at all, Ribbit. But it's true, Ribbit. Someone's coming. Let's scram, Ribbit. And there's like all these, like, this is, I guess, the second, like, dungeon in the game, I guess, if you don't count, like, site 16. Because, like, to be fair, like, I'm counting as dungeons. I'm counting as dungeons, like, major, like, areas with, like, enemies. So the forest in, like, the Guardia Forest doesn't count. I don't really count the jail either. Yeah, but the Cathedral is probably, like, the Manolia Cathedral is, like, probably the first major dungeon. I think this is, like, the second one in terms of length. I don't know, the Guardian dungeon, like, maybe it's just me, but it's kind of, like, small-ish. Although I guess it does have a lot of the same design sensibilities as like a regular dungeon. Sewers are smaller, really? They always felt like so much bigger. Maybe it's because of like a lot of like back and forth to like activate everything. Oh no. Oh wow, I'm actually not in range of anyone. But yeah, so fine. Castle counts as well, like the dungeon counts as well. So this is like the third dungeon in the game then, right? In like order of availability at least. Although again, you're not like really meant to like go through here, or like you're not like expected to go through here like story-wise until like a lot later in the game. Because as far as I remember, after you get Robo and like make it to the end of time, you're more or less, I guess, expected to go back to, I think it's like present day, and then like immediately to like 65 million BC or something like that. But I might be remembering them in the wrong order. I'm pretty sure you get Ayla after Robo. And then you go to Zeal, and then you get Frog, and then you can like potentially get Magus as well. This place is a tad on the spooky side. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay, like Obi-Wan. But yeah, the reason I kind of wanted to come here was that like not really to do like fight. Let's see. There is a diary here. The final entry reads as follows. I'm through. I can't take any more of this. The fishmen attack if I make even the slightest noise. If I knew things would be like this, I'd have taken the guillotine any day of the week. think I'll go out and have a good, loud scream. See how the soggy freaks like that. But yeah, the reason I kind of like wanted to come here was like to showcase a little bit of the kookiness of like the story. So basically, that was kind of like a hint on how you trigger fights in this part of the dungeon. There's like a random cut in like the apocalyptic sewers, and if I try to interact with it, some fishmen will spawn. There's some random trash here. If I kind of like run into it, some fishmen will spawn. There's like a bit of cheese that apparently like a mouse, I think, appears. I actually remember like how that goes. But if I do interact with the cheese, some fishmen appear. And hey, what's this behind my camera? It's a save point. Remember that save points like make a tiny little like jingling noise when you activate them? That will make some fishmen appear as well. So yeah, the game's kind of like funny in that regard. I mean, it definitely takes itself seriously when it needs to, but it's not like all the time. Which is one of the like endearing qualities that the game has. Looks like you just have to press this switch and the bridge will extend across, Ribbit. So, switch it on already, Ribbit. Yep, okay, fair enough. So I was kind of like remembering the character acquisition order at least. Because I think you don't get like you don't get Frog until after you're done with the Masamune, because you have to like go get the hero's badge as well and find him in like that forest and convince him that like, you know, he's actually a hero and come on, go avenge your like mentor or whatever. And so on and so forth, and then he does like that thing where he splits the mountain in half. Which is probably a lot better looking now that they have like cutscene for it. Oh yeah, I like temporary, and then she leaves, and then you go back and you fight like the reptiles, and then she joins permanently. Yeah, fair enough. So switch it on already, Ribbit. Oh my god, I need a haircut. What the hell? I look so goofy like this. Wait, what? Why is that? Ribbit! Can't reach it, Ribbit. And you call yourself a frog, Ribbit. Someone's coming. Let's scram, Ribbit. Because, yeah, I remember she's supposed to, like, stay behind and get married to that Kino dude or whatever his name is. Like the totally weak and ineffectual, like supposed to be like a leader of the village, but really Ayla is the one that kind of like holds all the power, I guess. So I'm not going to go any further. I got what I wanted to, which is the Rage Band, which gives you a 50% chance to counter attacks. It's a very decent piece of gear, specifically because Chrono is like more or less like the strongest melee character you're ever gonna get in like the first playthrough. So having like a 50% chance to like get a free hit more or less is quite good. But yeah, we're actually doing side 32 instead. So how are we doing today? how's things, I guess. How's it hanging? How's it going? Also, here's a quick question. Can you actually get like the what's that, like the record item? Can you actually get it before you speak to Johnny, or do you need to like get to the other side first? Yep, the rage band more or less is like the like accessory to keep on Chrono. It's like you like literally just like get free counter attacks, like free attacks every time you get hit. And this is a fight? No, it is not. It is Johnny, the race bot. Bruh. Thanks for the intro, boys. I actually kind of want to like do like an Elvis impression, but I'm not really that good at it. Bro, you lowlifes can call me Johnny. I'm the leader of this pack. Now listen up. The ruined highway up ahead is the only road you've got. You want to reach the other side? Then you're gonna have to ride in a race against me, that is. I'll let you use that jetbike, because that's the kind of guy I am. Yeah, I know, it doesn't like counter every attack in the game, but again, like for like the most part, like you get like free attacks in, more or less, from like the strongest melee character that you have. You shiny axles. Isn't axle is like AXLE rather than AXEL? Because I think that's a typo. Alright, listen up and let Johnny tell you how it's done. The gas is on auto, so there's only one speed, fast. To steer, just press the up and down directional buttons. Tap the B button for a turbo boost. I'll give you 3 of them. The B icons show how many you've got left. Heads up though, after you use one, you can't use another until the gauge above the icons refills. You can check your position from the finish line on the screen. Now show me what you got, babe. So yeah, may I just note that like this minigame, like most of the minigames in like Chrono Trigger, can totally be skipped if you don't want to do it. However, since the skip involves me walking a very long distance with like a bunch of useless fights, I'm not gonna do it. And like normally the idea is kind of like to try and like bump into him like this, so that you can like kind of like keep ahead. But again, like JLC said last stream, you can kind of just like wait until the very last like stretch of the road and kind of like just like press the B button and like pass through. No! God damn it, I boosted right into him. God, that was stupid. Ha! What a joke. If that's the best you can do, you can go walk your way across the ruins. Better watch out for all those monsters though. Really don't like these fonts? Yeah, me neither. There's like a lot of things that I don't like about this version, especially the like the combat UI is kind of as well. So here's like a short history lesson while we're waiting to get to like the end of the track, I guess. What you're actually seeing here, as well as on the main, like on the map screen, like the world map, is something called a Mode 7. Well, it's not actually called, like the chip is called like the Mode 7 chip, right? I think. But it's kind of like a way to like skew sprites in order to. No! Ah! God, I screwed up again. So like Mode 7 was kind of like the thing in like the one of the big innovations in like the SNES, as far as I remember, because it can kind of like give a pseudo 3D effect, but just by like skewing and stretching the sprites. And they actually ended up using this a lot. In like most of the SNES games, like from like little things, I believe like the whip in Super Castlevania 4 is kind of like stretched to kind of like show that it can extend with yay. Ooh. Like the whip in Super Castlevania 4 is kind of like rendered with like the mode 7 chip in order to like show like how it stretches out, and kind of like you can also control it as well. The racing here, the overworld map in every single Final Fantasy game that ever came on the SNES, and Chrono Trigger, and I guess like a lot of other ones. I remember Terranigma uses it to good effect, because in that one, they actually, in Terranigma, in case you didn't know, the first part of the game, it kind of happens into like an underground overworld, which is meant to be on the inside of like an Earth-shaped planet, I guess. So the cool thing that they did is, aside from like the mode 7... Oh, well, no, never mind. This game doesn't have mode 7 in like the world map. So anyway, it's like it is misremembered, but in Terranigma, the cool thing that they did, and I'm planning on streaming that game one day, by the way, because it's very good and like very melancholy as well. Strictly emulated though, because you can't actually find it legitimately anymore. But anyway, the entirety of the first chapter takes place in like the hollowed out part of like a globe, like on the inside of a planet, more or less. So what they did is, like, aside from like stretching and skewing the world map to kind of like give it some depth, they also curved it. They kind of like curved the edges, which I think is like more or less done with just like a very simple kind of like letterboxing effect, I guess, which kind of like shades the top and bottom of the screen to kind of like show that it kind of like rolls in on itself. But the effect is so striking. It's like such a damn impressive game for like the SNES, and it's probably the only SNES game, for me at least, that rivals Chrono Trigger soundtrack. Especially like if you want to like go and Google like the what's it called, like Zoo theme from like literally ZOO or like ZUE, depending on like the translation, theme, or like the overworld theme. They're all like these like amazing orchestral pieces with like such a big degree of melancholy in them. They're like so good. It's kind of like sad. Yeah, exactly like what JLC says. It's like very hard to find because it was like quintet. The company that made it also made like Actraiser and like one more game. But yeah, they made Actraiser, which was Illusion of Gaia. Thank you, that's the one. But yeah, it's like the quintet games are like these insanely good action RPGs with, for their time, amazing visuals, and there's like a soundtrack that is both very upbeat and very melancholy, and it kind of ties into like the whole story as well, because it's not actually meant to be like a heroic epic story, like say for example a Final Fantasy might be, or a Legend of Zelda. I don't know. Like it's not like the typical like fantasy game that ends on a high note, because it in all three games, what I can remember from the endings is that it becomes very clear that your character, having done his job and saved the world, or worlds in the case of Terranigma, no longer has a place in that world. So that's it. That's the end. You kind of like go away. In like Actraiser, the finale is like basically in Actraiser you play like an avatar of God, as far as I remember, and your job is to kind of like fight back the demons and like clear the land so that God can come back, or like the gods can come back, or something like that. And at the very end, what like the last image that you see in Actraiser there is a statue of your hero slowly crumbling from like the years, because kind of like you did your job, you saved the world, like everything is good now, and everyone has forgotten you even existed. It's like such a bit. It's like I usually hate downer endings in like games that I play, but in that one it kind of like fits so well. And Terranigma that does that as well. Although, to be fair, in Terranigma you kind of like have like a hint that maybe there's like a good ending after all. Like you're going in Illusion of Gaia. Yeah, I know, but I actually never finished Illusion of Gaia. I know how it ends, but I've never actually like played it all the way through to the end. I always got stuck at some point. I don't remember. Yeah, and it's like a bittersweet thing. Like, you've definitely made things better for like existence in general, but as a result of that, you're kind of like set aside. You're no longer the hero is no longer needed. You are like irrelevant, have gone away, and I don't know what kind of like that like melancholy feeling kind of like came from. Like the writers working at Quintet must have had like a lot of issues to work through. Because all of their games are kind of like similarly themed. Yeah, you made things better for humans, but not for yourself. And like in Terranigma, not for like the, I guess, Hypogeans. I don't know what the game calls those, to be honest. Like the people that like have come from like the hollowed out inside of the earth. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but it's like such a melancholy game, and I just like love. I just like love like a lot of things about those games, especially the soundtracks. It's like, seriously, I've played a lot of games. Like, some of you haven't like seen my Steam library and like how many games I still need to play, like all that backlog that I have. But you know, like 25 to like 25, maybe a bit more, like 26 at this point, like years of like playing games, all the way from like the Game Boy. There are like very few games that have left. Like, okay, there's like very few games whose soundtracks have left like such a, you know, lasting impression to me. Sorry, I'm just like also kind of like trying to write something here. But yeah, it's like Chrono Trigger, Terranigma, what was like Link's Awakening on like the Game Boy. Planescape Torment is another one. Any of the Metroid games really, because like the sci-fi feel of it kind of like went pretty decently from like 1 to Return of Samus to like Super Metroid to the Primes and like so on and so forth. But not Other M. Screw Other M. But yeah, like these games are like the ones that I could literally just like start whistling any theme out of their soundtracks at any point. It's like I remember them that well. There's only like a handful of games that did that to me. Unfortunately, Final Fantasy V is not that one, or like 6. Sorry, 6. Because being the dirty Philistine that I am, I've never actually finished that. I do remember the intro song, because it's like such a characteristic song, like the slow march of the mechs through the snowstorm. That one is kind of like, you know, very very familiar to me. But other than that, I've never actually finished the game. Also, the intro to Final Fantasy VI, another good example of Mode 7, as is the entirety of Star Fox, as JLC said. But yeah, I have to say, like, Chrono Trigger and maybe I guess Terranigma are probably not my top 2, but certainly my top 5 of like best soundtracks in games ever. What's this thing? It's a new party member. I mean, it's in bad shape, but it looks like a humanoid robot. Incredible. Does anyone find it kind of like annoying and maybe weird? Like, not annoying, but poorly explained, how Luca, coming from like 1000 AD, can actually repair technology that was invented like 1300 years after her time? What? Fix it? What if it attacks us like the other ones? And it can alter its personality so it's friendly. I'll make sure it won't. Robots don't attack of their own free will, you know. They only do it because humans make them that way. How does she know? Luca, you really feel for them, don't you? I'd better get to work. Also, yeah, this is kind of like a spoiler for later on, but in like the ending that links this to Chrono Cross, it's kind of implied that Luca kind of like raised Kid, which is one of the major characters in Chrono Cross. As far as I remember, right? Okay, fair enough. So, okay, it's like 1000 years, not like 1300, but still. Or like, give or take 50 years. Also, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's like a cutscene here when she repairs Robo. Where's the cutscene? Dude. Good morning, mistress. What is your command? I'm not your mistress. I'm Marl. This is Crono. And that's Luca, the one who fixed you. Is there? I'm pretty sure there is. Like, hold on. Give me just like a moment. I can like find out immediately. There we go. Can we... No, I don't want to sign into YouTube. Can we all see this? It's actually kind of like a cool scene as well, because you can totally see the emotion in Luca's face, and she doesn't really get that much like screen time in the cutscenes otherwise. But yeah, see? Like, see? So yeah, there is a cutscene in the PSX version of like the PlayStation version of this. So where is that cutscene, please? Understood. Madam Luca restored my circuits. Just Luca will do. That manner of address could potentially cause offense. I am incapable of offensive speech. Well, some of us don't like it when people are also formal all the time. Isn't that right, Marl? Point, point. Understood, Luca. Alright, so what's your name? Name? Perhaps you are referring to my serial number. My serial number is R-66Y. R-66Y? Cool. Cool? What are you talking about? That won't do at all. Come on, Chrono, let's give him a better name. Also, I love Robo's theme. It's like so very funky. You know, like it's like very... It actually starts out like in a very mechanical way, because I think the first few like seconds of it are kind of like banging noises, kind of like, you know, hammer on like anvil kind of noises. But yeah, we're gonna go with like the default of Robo. Your new name is Robo, okay? My name is Robo. Data storage complete. Hey, Robo, there's something I was hoping you could answer. What happened here? This dome contained many humans and others like me. Wait, in the original version, I'm also kind of sure that Robo doesn't cut her off. She gets to like ask the full question and say, "Hey, Robo, where are all the humans?" So I guess this is like another thing that they kind of like cleaned up. Oh dear, this is kind of hard to say, but I think something awful happened here while you were out. I don't think anyone else is left. I see. What about yourselves? We came through a gate, a time warp from the year 1000. Again, for like a girl from the year 1000, she seems to be taking everything remarkably in her stride. We learned there was a gate here when we went to Aris Dome. And then we found you when we came looking for the gate. But the door to the inner chamber is still shut, so it looks like you're out of luck. Yeah, we need to go to the factory. The dome's power has been shut off completely. The factory to the north contains an emergency power generator for this dome. I can bypass security to activate it. Shall we go there? Although I'm not actually making like I'm not like doing justice to his voice, because I always kind of like imagine him having like a much deeper voice because of like the size. So, he doesn't actually have heals from the get-go. Like the beam thingy that he gets is like a bit later on. However, I don't think they're like any weaker to fire. So I think I'm gonna go with Marl instead of. Oh wait, damn it! I forgot you actually tell them who to leave behind and not who to take. Also go for the strength one, like power glove. Yes. Okay, that's good. And off we go to one last adventure in 2300 AD, which is not actually a last adventure, but anyway. Also, I have to ask, like, this is something that I recently, like, listened to in, like, a podcast of Chrono Trigger, because I'm kind of, like, boring like that. Games I've finished a million times, I also like to listen to podcasts of. Why? It's like, oh, no. I just remember there's these things that... he does have Cure Beam. Let's go back and get Luca. I totally like forgot that. Escape. Oh, hold on, no. Aren't these the ones that are like absorb fire? I'm kind of like trying to remember, but I think the red ones absorb fire. Do they? I guess we'll find out. I'm just gonna go like get Luca anyway. See, this is like the nice thing about Chrono Trigger. There are no... I don't know, it's like a very lean game. There's not a lot of filler overall, and that kind of extends to not having overworld map like battles. So it's not like other RPGs, JRPGs, where you're kind of like taking 3 steps and then there's like a fight, and then another 3 steps and then a fight, and then 3 steps and a fight, and you know, it kind of becomes miserable going anywhere on the world map. Hold on, we get to fight these. Hi. But yeah, one of the things that they were like kind of like wondering about in the podcast, which is, by the way, it's like the podcast is called the Retronauts, and they do have like a very interesting take generally on like retro games, not just like JRPGs and like not just like SNES games and so on and so forth. But one of the things we were kind of like joking about actually is that like why is the time called like 1000 AD or like 2300 AD since this game kind of doesn't really have a Jesus figure, I guess. Like there are some what you call them? I know you can kind of like open this and like make it like a ladder, but I think it's from like a different part of the dungeon. Anyway, I am going to fight this just to like make sure that like the fire does work on them and they don't absorb it. Yep, they're like immune to fire. That's fair enough. So either of the two characters will do. Although, you know what I'm kind of like wondering here is maybe Wind Slash. Oh, wait, hold on. I think like Wind Slash does like regular damage. Yep. See, I'm like semi-remembering things. Isn't that amazing? It's like a very way of laser spin. Learn supersonic spin dual tech. I think it's like Chrono and Robo. Yep, Cyclone and Laser Spin. So this is actually the first like element, like dark actually element attack that you get, Laser Spin. Now, this might be a good time to explain how magic eventually works in like Chrono Trigger. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, like, in universe, it kind of doesn't make sense. There's, like, no Anno Domini thing, like a regular world, I guess. Like, real space. That's, like, more or less the only reason I kind of, like bring this up. I do kind of like appreciate why it's here in like that certain regard. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, it's kind of like nice to explain here a little bit how exactly magic works in the game. Because as you can see, Robo didn't like stop at just like 2 techniques. So what happens is that after we're done in like 2300 AD, we go to the end of time for various reasons. Also, that was a counter attack, by the way. See how good the rage band is? But yeah, once we're done with like 2300 AD, we try to go back to like 1000 AD, and instead of that, we end up at the end of time, which is kind of like a place, which you'll see soon enough. And what happens there is that you can unlock characters' potential in magic. The reason given is that like Crono, Luca, Marl, and like eventually Frog, I guess, kind of come from like a time where magic is no longer, a thing. Like you'll see in the in like later on in this stream, or like maybe in tomorrow's stream, that magic actually has like kind of like an origin point in this chronology, I guess, call it like that. And by the time like 1000 AD kind of like rolls over, it's like actually by the time like 600 AD rolls over, it has more or less become extinct. So basically, Hammerar. Yeah, I remember this one. This one gave some like weird debuff to using it, right? Or was it not the one? Well, anyway. So yeah, because magic is extinct, you kind of have to reawaken it in characters that have that potential, and thankfully all of your party members do have that potential. So yeah, what happens is that every time you, like when you get to the end of time, there's like a character called Specchio, and he kind of offers to awaken the like latent power in your characters, I guess, which kind of like manifests as certain elemental magics in each character. Now, why go through all this kind of spiel about this? This is because there are three characters out of the 7 that you can get in the game, which do not need to be trained in magic. One of them is Robo, because in his time, and because like he's a robot, in his time the technology kind of like became the new magic, and it's kind of like a dark element. Ayla, because she's like so far back in time that magic cannot be awakened in her. And Magus, because he's like from the time when magic was the thing, and he doesn't need to have it reawakened. Yeah, exactly. That's like what like JLC is already saying in chat. But yeah, that's kind of like the thing. And the reason I'm saying this is because you can see that like Robo keeps learning skills, because he will never need to awaken magic in him. And since every character has a specific element tied to them, except for Ayla and Magus, Ayla having none and Magus having like multiple ones, I guess. Robos is the dark type, or like darkness, I guess. I don't know how like the remake remasters things kind of like deal with that. Like what if they have kind of like renamed it, because I know like Chronos is supposed to be lightning, even though it's more thematically close to like light. So yeah, if you see this, if you see like the attack description, attack all enemies with laser. This is like the 3rd type of attack that does like a screen-wide damage, and the little icon is the dark damage icon, which I kind of think that robots might be like immune to, or not. No, I guess not. Fair enough. But yeah. Kind of like a thing. And like actually JLC brings up a good point here, because basically Lavos is like what caused magic to exist in the first place. It's kind of shown that the first like magic users kind of in a way drained Lavos of his magic to, you know, use it for like their own gain. There's like something in here, right? Oh, mid-ether. Okay. It's like a mid-ether, right? Yeah. And it's actually like the major plot point of one of the ages that we get to visit later on. Oh no, we're like this thing. That actually though comes like a lot later in the game, like the whole revelation of like why magic exists in like this universe to begin with. Again, it kind of ties into what I said, that there's like very little in the way of filler content, because even that explanation is kind of tied to the, you know, general story, specifically like the existence of Lavos, and like how Lavos comes to be is also explained later in the game. It's actually a game that leaves very little in the way of plot holes and like loose ends, mostly because there are a couple of questions that are not adequately answered. like what happens to Shala at the end of like the Zeal chapter. That one actually had to wait to be answered like a full, I guess, like 8 years or something. Like whenever Chrono Cross came. Oh, I thought I'd have killed them all with that. Oh well. But hey, spinny fun times. But yeah, when did Chrono Cross come out? I think it's like 2001 or 2002 or something like that. I'm not like 100% sure there. Oh, 1999. So it's only like 4 years after Chrono Trigger. Okay. I thought it was like way later than that. Huh. Okay. Came out of the year of the end of the world? Yeah. So it's also kind of interesting. See that? I don't know if you've like noticed how interesting the like dungeon design is in this game. If you haven't noticed, a lot of like the puzzles in the game aren't like specifically about like puzzle solving, I guess. They're more about kind of like avoiding unnecessary fights. Wait, I can't actually go that way? In the end, because I beat Lavos? Yeah, and it's actually like a major... it's a major driving force of Chrono Cross's plot that's like defeating Lavos actually made things worse. In a way. I don't know. I don't remember if JLC actually like finished this game. Sorry, finished Chrono Cross. But it's like revealed like very... Oh god, memory cursor, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's revealed like late in the game that in like Chrono Cross that the cause of like all the bad things that have been happening in like, I guess, like Marbule and Termina and like all like the other areas in the game, it's all kind of like the result of Crono and his friends like messing around with time. Indirectly, but you know, still. It's kind of funny, and that game does have like a very happy ending once you get to it. But it is again like a very grim game. Lavos ate Shala and became a Time Eater. Yeah, but like Lavos ate Shala only because like Crono and his friends kind of like meddled with Queen Zeal and kind of like forced her to put Shala in like harm's way, I guess. I mean, there is like that thing where like Chrono, Luca, and like Marl kind of appear as ghosts in Chrono Cross and like start blaming Serge about like everything that's gone wrong. Or am I misremembering? I'm pretty sure that happens as well. Although it is actually stated in the game that those are kind of like projections and they're not like the actual things. Well, yeah, fair enough. But again, like the way that Chrono Cross is framed is that like everything is shit for whatever reason. And it's like a very grim game, like up until like the very end. Because like that game even starts in like a very like sad kind of way. Because the first adventure that you have is finding out that in like the alternate world you're kind of dead already, or like rather not the alternate world, the true world. Oh no, I don't have any more SP. Oh yeah, MP. Damn it. So yeah, JLC mentioned this before, but unlike the original Chrono Trigger, you can't actually like flip the UI to be at the top of the screen. I think you could like press the Y button in the SNES version to make it go like on like the top like side of the screen instead of like the bottom, so it wouldn't like obstruct certain enemies and like interactions, which kind of sucks if we're like being honest. Let's see if we can not aggro everything. Although I do think they aggro if you try to use the computer, right? Is this the bit where you're kind of booted out of the facility once you're done? Because I still have other items I didn't pick up. Or was that in his, like, I guess, loyalty mission? To activate the crane, wait for the tone and white flash and then press any two of the Y, X, B, and A, one after the next. Hey! Mammoth! Wait, was there like a raid? Okay. Raid and stuff. Welcome! And welcome everyone that came along with Mammoth. I'm very sorry, but we didn't get a notification. Like Raiken was also saying today that like he's not getting the notifications for like raids in his chat. So this is actually what I'm like trying to see here. I guess creator dashboard? Guess we're just hosting. Oh no! There we go. Raided you with a party of 4, but it just didn't trigger for whatever reason. That's kind of weird. So yeah, Mammoth and 4 people that, like 3 people that came along with him. Welcome. So hold on. To activate the crane. Damn it. Wait, what? Why is it not picking it up? What a weird thing. Because I already did like the thing with the barrel, right? Also, yeah, I did see you playing. Yeah, I didn't pick them all up. Damn it. Open this one though. Yes. Like a way to go down here, I think. Hold on. Did I play Freedom Fighters? That's like the like a kind of like squad-based RTS where you kind of like controls like some Freedom Fighters or something. Yes, as far as I remember. I have not actually played that, but I am aware of it, and I think that's what you were like streaming today, right? Kind of like a re-release of that. Third-person action shooting. Okay, never mind. Ultra high security door lock system code XABY. Decoding. Oh. XABY. ABYX? Wait, what? Hold on. ABYX. Okay, we got the code for that. I just can't remember how to work the cranes here. That sucks. But yeah, I am aware of its existence. I've never actually played it, unfortunately. Good fun. Oh, really? That's nice. I mean, that's always good to hope. I mean, that's always a good thing to be happening. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus. I don't really remember this game as much as I say I do, especially the in-between bits of the dungeons, kind of the little quickie side bits of each dungeon. But yeah, I've always actually thought that Freedom Fighters was a squad-based real-time RTS thing. I may be confusing it with Freedom Force though, which is a totally not Marvel, totally not DC superhero squad-based RTS, and a damn good one at that as well. Wait, oh shit! Freedom Force is amazing. I've never actually played the sequel, it's Freedom Force versus the Third Reich or something like that. But the first one I've nearly beaten. Never actually managed to finish the final mission. I did what I now know was a very stupid thing of boosting what's his name, Minuteman, a whole bunch, and then the Liberty Lad, his sidekick, because I was very much into the whole Batman and Robin dynamic at the time. And there's El Diablo is another one that I remember, and I kind of boosted those three. So then when I got the more exotic heroes that had more utility and better powers, I kind of didn't have enough currency or whatever. What a weird thing, it's not picking up my... It's not picking it up, why? There's supposed to be a code here, right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. There's a way to remove the second barrel as well. Both on Steam. I think I owned the first one on Steam actually. Probably never went around to getting Third Reich. Let me just check. Oh no, I do own both as well. Huh. That's nice. That's like such a weird offbeat, but interesting game. That's like basically legally distinct Marvel, not Marvel heroes, and it's a squad-based RTS, basically. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like how what's it called? Like X-Men Alliance, I think. I mean, it kind of plays like that, but not like exactly. Like X-Men Alliance? What was that like called? Mafia Last for Preload? Oh yeah, there's like the Mafia remake that's like coming out, or like remaster, I guess. Also, yeah, like Friday 12-hour long stream, so if you like quality content, go, follow that. It's actually showing on my chat bot actually on stream, but you can see it in chat. Go follow Mammoth. I think you're doing like your like anniversary, kind of like Twitch anniversary thing, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think I'm gonna have to use on the ether here. To 12-hour streams a week apart. Yeah, I saw you mention that in your Discord, to be honest, and I might not be around to. Oh, hello. Out of dude. I might not like be around for most of it because I'm gonna be at work. But anyone looking for like quality content, I would totally recommend him. Your birthday. Oh, and the week after is your 2-year affiliate. Fair enough. Actually, I actually kind of like stealth celebrated my 3 years anniversary as an affiliate yesterday. I kind of like had my day off by accident and kind of like finished Witcher and started this one. But yeah, damn, there's like another chest down there, and I keep remembering that you can move that barrel somehow. Oh, pattern 2YY. So this is not the event I was remembering. Like we already did the AB pattern. There we go. Because there's like a very similar room when you come back and like do, I guess, Robo's loyalty mission, for lack of a better word. Where he just needs to like survive like a certain amount of like fights in there. Retreating to lurk mode when you fix yourself a late supper. Enjoy, and thanks for the raid. And have a pleasant evening, I guess, as well, while we're at it. But yeah, there's like a very similar room later on in the game when you return to here, and in that one, you kind of like have to fight waves of enemies and then kind of like drag Robo away. It's kind of like hard to explain really, but it's he kind of like has to like prove himself or whatever. It's weird. You'll see when we get there. It's like very hard to explain any of the side quests, I guess. Just like a cursory explanation. Hey, the nice thing that we can actually skip most of the fights if we're like very, very careful. Nope. Might be a good time to save. skipping fights will be sad times. I mean, like as a general rule of thumb, I will always fight any given fight once. But at the point where I'm like backtracking to like get out of the dungeon, or because I've activated something and need to get back, I'm generally not going to bother fighting the same fight again. Zabi, door lock system operational. Please enter password. It was like ABYX, right? There we go. It's kind of like another cool thing that they did here, because in the original version you didn't get told but this is like, that was like in the original, that's like what I'm talking about here. In the original you didn't like get like the hint in like the other room. It just told you like Zabi, and you have to kind of like figure out like it actually means like the 4 face buttons of the SNES controller, which is kind of like X, Y, A, B, right? And like press X, A, B, Y. If you like read that out loud, it's like kind of like spells out Zabi. In the DS and this version, they kind of give you a hint and changed it. So like when we were in the room with all the conveyor belts. Oh, the hints were really? Was it? Huh. I don't actually remember that. But anyway, in this one it's like ABYX. And it says like it's like decoding the message. So certainly that was different. Also, we just activated everything. This is going to be important later on in the game. Emergency! The security system has gone haywire. We must escape immediately. Sort of like an escape scene. Hurry before it's too late. Yup. There's like a cool spin here, as he's like spat out from the pressure, I guess. And like vents off as well. Also, at this point, I'm not able to use the elevators anymore, by the way. So I think at least. Yeah, emergency alert status. Elevators disabled. So I'm just like have to take the long way out. Which also means a long series of fights here. Yeah. They're like... this is the bit where kind of like Robo gets pummeled. It's kind of like a cool like character building moment, like especially so early when you like get him. Wait, these are my friends. R64Y, R67Y, R69Y. It's good to see you again. Beep beep, punch. What are you doing? You are defective. You are not one of us. Pardon? I am malfunctioning? Affirmative. Oh no, a defect! I am a defect. Have you forgotten our assigned task? All intruders must be eliminated. That was the reason for my creation? You disgrace our series. You must be destroyed. No, stop! I mean, like, considering that it's like a 16-bit thing, it's like quite impressive that, you know, this happens, and he actually like tells you to stay out of it. Please stop. Please. They'll destroy you. So yeah, let's like leave them to it. And then he gets booted out of the... So this is like the bit I remember, that there's like a point in the dungeon where you kind of like booted out from it. This is like basically a boss fight. Now we shall eliminate the intruders. No, I think the intruders will eliminate you. Yeah, I love the like the venting animation is so cool. So I don't remember if this one is like a delta attack thing, but there is like a I don't actually remember. Is that in the in like his like loyalty mission later on? Because there's like one that if like 3 of them remain, they can kind of like use a like a little triangle animation thing and do a lot of damage. It's probably like in like the later part though. Gotta love the range band though. Like free attacks all the time. Robo. Oh, okay, never mind. Wasn't there like another enemy that did like the delta attack? Oh wait, is that like the in the Sun Sanctuary, right? Like way later in the game. There's like the Guardian, I guess, like the eyeball thingy that also does that. Also, this is very cool. I don't remember ever playing like an SNES game that did this with like the overworld map. Drinky watery pool. Wait, what? This is like actual water. Just like the bottle is blue. Also, hey Tuma, or like I guess like turquoise. I don't know. But yeah, welcome Tuma. How's it going? Thank you for calling my water poo. Fell asleep last night while watching it. Oh, whoa. If not for the streaming bit, that would have sounded very creepy. But yeah, well, I mean, fair enough. I'm like so very pissed off that the cutscene where they discover him is in this version. My smooth manly voice? Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you, I guess. Luca, you're incredible. Well, let's hope I never have to do that again. Luca, I have arrived at an answer to your question. I want to go with you. Listen to the music. Yeah, that's like amazing music. I was saying this like earlier, like maybe like half an hour ago, that this is probably in my top 5 of game soundtracks overall. There is nothing left for me here. I want to help you. Together, we might be able to give the life on this planet a chance. And let's go. The gate's right through there. Although, as it turns out, it's a very, very bad idea to, have 4 people travel at the same time. I wonder what that lightning means. Nothing bad, I'm sure. So yeah, this is the end of time. Yup. Where are we? Hello, Balthazar. Possibly a very, very good idea. Yeah, but I mean like a bad idea in that it's not actually how you get to places. Ah, more drifters. Drifters? Where are we? It is not a question of where, my friends, so much as when. This is the end of time. Travelers lost in time's flow turn up here, much like driftwood on the beach. Might I ask when you are from? Yeah, I know, but again, they can't go anywhere except here if they travel in more than like 3 people. We're from 1000 AD. I come from the year 2300 AD. When 4 or more entities of varying origins enter a temporal rift together, the torsion exerted on time's flow pushes them to the point of least resistance. Here. Just like imagine him having glasses and like doing this when he says that. There have been a number of folks turning up here intended recently like yourselves. I fear something is having a powerful effect on the very fabric of time. Which means it would be safest if one of us stayed here. Here? Alone? It is a bleak place, isn't it? But not to worry. For all this desolation, it is well connected. There are roads here to any time you could ever wish to visit. Should you so desire, you can call upon your friends at any time, but you can never travel in groups of more than 3. One of us must remain. Who will it be, Chrono? Yes, you get to choose. There's like actually like a cool thing that the game does. It shows you like what combinations you gain access to if you kind of like swap in and out characters. So if I just like want to do this, I don't have any combos with Luca and Robo. I'm gonna go like this for now. Don't you get any ideas because it's just the 2 of us, mister? Well, that is the way of things. Should you desire to switch party members, you can do so via the main menu whenever you wish. How do we get back to our own time? You saw the pillars of light when you arrived, yes? Each connects this place to a different era. Once you've been through a gate, you can use it to return here whenever you wish. Step back into the light and press A once more, and you will return to the gate. But beware the gate connected to that bucket. Yes, so the bucket. This is like the bucket. Let's talk about the bucket. Spekkio is like Spekkio, I think. But yeah, let's talk about the bucket. Remember that we saw Lavos come out of the ground in the year 1999, and then he destroyed mankind? If you come and use this bucket, you can go challenge him. And spoilers, Lavos is the final boss of the game. Now, you might want to ask, why do you do this? So this game has a New Game Plus mode. Realistically, you can't actually challenge Lavos from the bucket and win at any time before the very ending of the game because you're not powerful enough. And I think the game kind of like retunes his stats the more you've progressed in the game. So he's actually like more manageable even if you go through the bucket if you've reached a certain point of the story. But in New Game Plus, you get to keep everything that you've unlocked in like the previous. I meant like again in like your first playthrough. I'm not talking about like New Game Plus. That's like what I'm kind of like leading to. In New Game Plus, you get to come here as usual, I guess, after you're done like 2300 AD, and after that you can choose when to challenge Lavos, and presumably since you've done New Game Plus, you're stronger and you can actually win. You stand a chance. And there are a bunch of different endings. Now, all those endings are kind of alternate what-if scenario in what would have happened if Lavos was defeated before X event in like the regular story happened. So there's the ending where you defeat Lavos before helping Ayla in 65 BC. In which ending, as far as I remember, everyone turns out to be a Saurian. Reptide, sorry. Because the... what you call it? You never, like, meddled with, like, how evolution was supposed to work. And the reptiles became the dominant species. So, like, every character is now a reptile. That's like my favorite ending. There's like a couple more that are like a bit more silly. There's one where Frog actually becomes a human again. History refused. I think it was like the world, like the Earth refused to change bit or something like that. It's firmly sealed. Oh yeah, he needs to give us the go ahead before we can go in there. You needn't be in such a rush. Before you go, have a look past the door behind me. It's like Spekkio. Aha. Hello, Spekkio. What are you looking at? Me? I'm Spekkio, the Master of War. I watch all kinds of battles from here. How do I look to you? Weak. I see. How I look depends on how strong you are. If you're strong, I look strong. If you're weak, I look weak. So yeah, this guy kind of like gets upgraded the more levels you gain and the more you progress in the story. His sprite kind of changes to like progressively bigger enemies, I guess. And as far as I remember, you get capsules from him if you beat him on like each form or something like that. Or if not capsules, then at least like you get items if you beat like each form at least once. Like each form you beat gives you certain items. Oh, you've got it in you, don't you? That must be why the old guy let you through. See, a long, long time before you were born, there was a kingdom where magic flourished. Everyone there could use it. And that actually shows up later on in the game. It's like how well knit the story of this game is, and like the whole like design of it, more or less. It's like a very, very tight game. No, like very little in the way of like extra fluff. Yeah. But the people abused their powers and ended up destroying the place. After that, there wasn't anyone left who could use magic. Well, excepting fiends, of course. Which are the monsters later on in the game, I guess. But you have it! That inner strength, I mean. Magic needs power of the heart. That's where it flows from. There are 4 types of magic. Fire, water, light, and shadow. Not everyone's got the same type. You, with the punk hairdo, you've got light. The gal with the ponytail has the power of water. What's with this big clunky thing? Sorry, buddy, but, well, you aren't alive. You've got great inner strength from what it's worth. It's just, you aren't descended from the ancient magic users, so you're never gonna be able to cast spells. Your laser weapons and whatnot should suffice, though. They can inflict shadow damage, kind of like shadow magic. By the way, it's not just magic, everything is made up of those 4 elements. Alright, starting from the door, circle clockwise along the walls of my room 3 times and say, I want to use magic, over and over in your head. Don't lose track now. Oh wow, this line wasn't there originally. It's like slightly different. Don't lose track now, 3 times. Don't want you churning yourselves into butter. Okay, I want to use magic. I want to use magic. I want a pizza. I know to use magic. Like another one. Click. No cheating. I got an eye of you from the door. Okay. Like, it's like very finicky, isn't it? Well done. Ipso facto minimo magico. Chrono learned to use magic. Oh yeah, we need to bring Luca here as well, right? Also worth noting that like attention to detail here is that every character's like awakening animation is slightly different. It uses a different element. And by the way, those sprites that they use for like the elemental effects are reused later in the game for other uses, including a puzzle that you need to solve in Zeal. Robo cannot learn magic. Aww. So, all fortified with magic. Want to try it out? Not yet. You make any new friends, you bring them to see me, you hear? I like you guys. Okay, let's get let's go unlock fire magic too. That girl with the goofy glasses, her power is fire. Ipso blah blah blah. Normal ending has several. Yeah, I mean like the regular ending has like a lot of weird little variants to it. Eek. Also, nice to note that like the magic effects in this game have like a star icon next to them, so that you know that they're not like regular text. And also fun to note that you do get actual text after these that are not, magic. She's dead. No, she's not dead. Wow. So it's like basically you stop getting like TP unless you until you like unlock the next one that you can like learn, and then you get regular text after that as well. Yeah, I'm probably dying in this one, but give it a try. No, that's actually like one cast. Oh me, oh my, that was embarrassing. Guess you ain't so bad after all. Here, this is for you. Special refresher set. Special refresher set. 1 magic capsule and 5 ethers. Okay. Well, it seems I was right. People who lived long ago people who lived long ago all enjoyed such powers, Yes, long ago. It's like a very crafty way of kind of like alluding that Balthazar is from that time, which like this is this guy's actual name. It's like Melchior is the guy at the Millennial Fair that offers to buy Marl's pendant. This guy's called Balthazar, and there's like a third one that's Gaspar, but that one I think Gaspar is the one that's like a death mountain, right? And they're like the 3 wise men. Their names are like the 3 wise men. They're like actually major figures later on in the game. They like mention the whole bunch. They're kind of like the it's kind of like hard to explain. Yeah, the names generally attributed to the 3 magi of like the Christian myth, or like not myth, but but yeah, hold on. They're like kind of like the driving force behind the events of like Zeal and combating Lavos, because the idea is that they kind of like witness firsthand how like Lavos' power was abused, and they try to make it right. And you'll see later on in the game, they are also like the ones that provide you a lot of the plot critical information later on. Speaking to the fan supposition that Janus or Chrono or both are like Jesus allegories. I mean, that kind of I don't like that. Come on, like real world like religions don't have any place in like. I don't think like a JRPG from '95 was going specifically for like Christian allegories. Well, I know you must be eager to finish this thing you seem so intent on doing, but why not pay a visit back to your own era? Haste makes waste, as they say, and you'll find that even truer here. Come and see me whenever you have the need. Think of me as your guide on Time's Road. So yeah, basically he's like the hint system of the game. If you ever have no idea what to do next, you kind of like come and talk to him, and he more or less nudges you in the right way. And like ages ago, sorry, I'm just like reading the dialogue there. And like later on at the end of the game, he's the one that basically like drops hints to all of the side quests. So you also need that James or Crono have duds. I mean, oh, hold on. No. Wait, I actually got something for you to. Hold on. Let's see. It's like Crimson Echoes. What was it called? Oh wait, that's like a fun game, right? Huh. Give me a moment. I remember reading something about this. Is it like a fun game? Yeah, I don't actually remember where I saw that. It was like a maybe it was like a fun game or something. It's like a Crimson Echoes kind of thing that like sort of tried to explain that. But yeah, anyway, fun theories are all well and like okay when all said and done, but I'd rather like generally avoid them. Mystic Mountain, 65 million BC. That's like for later though. First we go to Medina Village, home of the Mystics, Mystic race, which is these little dudes. These are also kind of explained later in the game. You folks hungry? No. You folks came out of my wardrobe, didn't you? What are you doing in here? What do you think you are, coming and going from someone else's wardrobe at all hours of night and day? Humans, I'll tell you. So yeah, humans aren't very well received here. Wait a minute. Medina is a village of fiends. Fiends, not mystics. Mystics is like the... It's like the SNES version calls them mystics. Medina is a village of fiends founded by our ancestors when they lost their war against humankind 400 years ago. Most of the townsfolk still have a grudge against humans, so be careful. So yeah, remember at the very start of the game when like a random NPC in the true scene said that like the Millennial Fair is kind of like the representation of like the last 400 years of peace after like the war. See, like everything in this game kind of like ties together in like such a neat little like bow tie. So nice. There's an old human who lives near a cave in the mountains to the west. He may be able to help you out. Thanks. But why are you being so nice? I thought fiends weren't supposed to get along with humans. I mean, it's been 400 years since man warred against fiends. There's no use living in the past. Of course, not many other fiends seem to agree with that. Yep. And here's why. Chrono, what's that creepy chanting? It's like fiends dancing around the statue of who we later learn is Magus. AD actually makes sense in the universe. Year of our Lord refers to the founding of the Guardia Kingdom. But is it? Because, I don't know. Is it like actually a given that like the Guardia Kingdom has existed for like 1,000? Oh yeah, I guess it would be because like it's like 1,000 AD, and then they have like the Millennial Fair. So it's kind of like a cool thing here. He will sell things to you. However, if you plead, he won't sell anything to you. But yeah, this happens. And fun fact, all of the fiends are kind of weak to magic. Like most of the fiends actually are weak to magic. it's kind of like shown that like this is a major factor, or like at least light magic, I guess. But it's shown to be like a major factor into like why Crono does so well against like Mabus's armies later on, I guess. Or like most things are like weak to magic. Or maybe just like magic does a lot of damage in general. Yay. Fine, you win. I'll give you things. Double tech? Antipode bomb. Wait, they called it antipode bomb in this one? They beat you, boss? Monsters. Alright, I'll sell. And then it's like ridiculously high prices. Like even like the potion, which is like normally like 100 gold, costs like 2,000 or something in this. And it's like literally not buy anything for like a... I think you can like sell them for like the regular price, but Heh! You think I'm gonna charge a human the going rate? Oh, okay, that's also a like changed line here. I remember it slightly differently in like the other versions. So yeah, we basically can't really do anything here. This is for way later. Also, change of music is a hint. Yeah, this thing is like for way later. You actually get like some of the endgame items here. Eventually. There's like that mountain here. Oh, no, hold on. Wrong mountain. Go south. It's like this one here. Yeah. Hekran Cave. And Melchior's Cabin. Remember this guy? Okay, so the PS1 version was a pure port. Was this rewrite done in the DS version, the mobile version, or the Steam port? I think it might have been the DS version because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of breezed through that. I certainly didn't pay as much attention to the DS version's dialogues as I did like the PS1 and SNES versions. So I think it might have been the DS version who then got ported to Android mobile systems and then came to Steam. Oh, you've come to see me. Well, by all means, have a look at my collection. Could I interest you in a weapon? I'll give you a special price. Aha, magic +2. It's actually a pretty decent sword for Chrono at this point. So I'll just like maybe get 2 of these. So, the Thunderblade doesn't actually have like the thunder element, does it? As far as I remember. Weapons are not meant for the taking of lives, they're meant for saving them. I'm almost like certain that yeah, it doesn't actually have the light element. It'll be like extremely broken to give you that this early in the game. And this is his workshop. We will be seeing some of this a bit later. Death to the enemies of fiendkind! Also, there's like a really nice theming of the game that I like the the furthest away you go from 1000 AD in either direction, the harder the enemies become. Like, gameplay-wise, that kind of happens, so you get like more of a challenge as you go through the game, but it also kind of fits in like a thematic way, because apparently 1000 AD is like the most peaceful time that like this universe has like actually ever kind of like seen. Also, check this out. Wait, enemies in circle? Oh, okay. Can't actually do that. Never mind. God damn it, they're like way too far away from one another. So let me just like show you antipode, our like antipode bomb. Oh, guess you can actually move this away. I just like love this attack, it's so good. What I don't love is that I got blinded on Chrono, and that means he keeps missing everything. Or like mostly everything. Earn 118 XP, 5 TP, 155 G, and some levels. How much do I need for the next tech? Like 151. And 141, 151, yeah, fair enough. Oh well. But yeah, the thing I was saying about the enemies is like thematically it kind of fits, because 1000 AD is supposed to be kind of like the let's call it the sweet spot, like the time where like there's been peace for like 400 years following the last like great war, so everything's kind of like died down a little bit, so to speak. He's not close enough. What? That sucks. And then, like, the further in you go, the more kind of like tricky the enemies become, and the further back you go, the more like defensive like the enemies become, because you know it's like the 65 million BC, it's like prehistory, everything's like tough. Yep. So these are annoying. As far as I remember, they are very hard to hit generally. Yep, 1 damage each. So like more or less need magic here to, you know, do things. I seem to remember they give slightly more TP though. Maybe I'm like thinking of like a different enemy. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different enemy. Oh, we got the magic scarf. Yeah, well, we know who's wearing this one. Hehehe. Like magic +2. Oh. This is like one of the few flaws that the game has. It's kind of like very hard to see where you're going because of, you know, the limitations of the tile set, more or less. I should probably have brought Robo, right? Like laser spin would probably clear this out. I think. G. Click. So I think we need to get out that way, and to do that we need to go into the water from somewhere, right? Oh no, they're like spread out again. Damn it. Ah! Curses! That's gonna like clear like 3 of them. I really do like the antipode attacks. They're like so... I don't know, they're kind of like a cool animation generally. I do like the idea of like opposing elements kind of like clashing together to create some like big explosion type of damage, I guess. Although not particularly a fan of these enemies. Oh, I'm actually like getting very sleepy. I guess it's like already like 11 p.m. I was like, it's like way too early for me to be getting sleepy, and then I've been live for 2 hours, so... Passage of time. Damn, where does it all go? Okay, it's like a boss here, right? No, it's like that. It's like this, which this is the one chest I always forget to come back for when I finally get like Marl's amulet charged up. Okay, that was like a nice little lineup. I mean, if I would be able to hit all 3 of them, it would have been like a lot better, but... Oh well. Well, let's go for a swim. Let's see, go through here. And then up through here. There's like a... Hold on. There's like a way to also go like get like an item, or am I remembering something else entirely? Huh. Guess not. Okay. Why do I keep remembering there's an item in here somewhere that you need to like be in the water to pick up? Oh well, I guess not. We also use a like shelter at this point, since Hekran is kind of annoying to fight anyway. So Hekran is the the other boss I was talking about, where you can dissipate his charge attack with Wind Slash. Death to the enemies of fiend kind. Yep. Or I think so, at least. I'm not actually like 100% sure on that. Go ahead, try an attack, see what it gets you. Counter attack stance disengaged. Well, that was fast. I think like Aura World might be a good idea for now. Oh, come on. Yeah! Okay. I don't remember if he will counter-attack for like magic attacks or if it's just like regular melee attacks. Also, when I first played this game all those years ago, I was convinced that like he's like... Oh, she did. Yeah, she did. I wasn't careful. I was like convinced that like the attacks that he does are kind of like him blowing like stuff out of his nose because of how like his attack animation works. Because it totally looks like he's putting his claws to his nose and like blowing out like bubbles at me. Come on. There you go. All the way down. Yay. TP. Woohoo. If only Lord Magus had destroyed the human race 400 years ago, when he first brought forth Lavos, the world would belong to us fiends now. Convenient plot exposition. That's kind of funny. Like a very, very specific thing to kind of like yell out as you're dying. So, Magus created Lavos in the Middle Ages, and in the future, Lavos destroys the planet. If we go to the Middle Ages and stop Magus, can we change history? If we use the gate in the fairgrounds. Whoa. Also, this turns out to be not true, but it's like a nice bit of like early story misdirection here. Also, remember the whirlpool that like there's like a random person at the inn mentioning sometimes. I'm gonna be saying that a lot. Like, remember X thing that Y NPC mentioned like 20 hours ago. That happens a lot in this game. Luke and Taban are always off tinkering for the latest inventions. I bought you this apple. What will we earn today? Oh, you're so thoughtful. Oh. I never really got this interaction, to be honest. I mean, there's like no reason to kind of like doubt that Taban is like a loving father and like husband as well. Oh, perfect timing. Claim Taban's vest. Another great invention, just completed. The ultimate in defense for my beautiful daughter. Hehe. We know things. It's actually like very decent, and it is also the first piece of armor you can get that actually offers elemental protection. This one halves fire damage, and as an added bonus also gives Luca some much needed +2 to speed. So yay. Only she can equip it though, so you know. I think you get like the upgraded version later on if you come and speak with him again. But I'm not actually like 100% sure on that. Also, remember the guy we saved at the castle? Welcome, come in and have a... Oh, Chrono! Oh, you really saved my neck, literally. I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you. Whew, was I ever in a tight spot. I'd gone off on a buying trip, thinking I'd show my dad I didn't need him anymore. That was all well and good, but then some soldiers showed up at the inn where I was staying to arrest a gang of thieves and mistook me for one of the criminals. They wouldn't listen to a word I said. They were going to execute me just like that. So, whew, I owe you one. We're in your debt. Thank you ever so much. Don't tell my dad I gave you this. 10 meat ethers. Yay. Dad! You're not shirking off, are you? I mean, of course not. Well, alright then. It's kind of like a cool moment. Crono, I appreciate what you did. Yeah, he knows. Oh. It's kind of funny that like they actually sell titanium vests here as well now. Oh, wait. Toma is at the pouring, right? Not at the truce one. Damn. Chrono. Oh, Chrono, you had me so worried. They said you were to be executed. Don't worry your mother like that. It's like random. Aha. Hi. Luca, you haven't been coming by much lately. Like, messing up a lot of the dialogue here, wow. I've been busy with my research. Well, don't push yourself too hard, and say hello to your parents for me, won't you? You stay out of trouble now. So, let's see. There was like special dialogue for getting back, for like trying to get back to the castle, right? Princess Nadia! Come on, Crono, I don't want to see my father. That was like so random. Also, I kind of wish there was like a way to, you know, skip the... what's it called? Like the Guardia, like Guardia Forest. Okay, so this opens these two. This one goes to like, yeah, okay. Let's see. So like the top left and bottom right are unlocked when you use the one at the fairgrounds, right? Okay. Also, you might be wondering why this kind of like desert-looking place exists here. It's also something that we're gonna find out about eventually. Mm. It's like so hard to not jump ahead all the time. Oh wait, it's like the inn? Where's the inn? Snail stop. Oh no, it's not this one. 4 centuries ago, a woman named Fiona died trying to revive the great forest that once flourished in the north. It's a sad tale. Remember that bit for later. I've got some special jerky. Blah blah blah. I might let some go for say 9,900 G. Yep. Also something we need for a bit later. When we get to 600 AD. Also, I don't remember. Was the bromide around here somewhere? Like the... We're just like trying to remember where you turned that one in. Here? No. It might have been at 600 AD, right? Yeah, it's not in here either. I think it might be in Port of like 600 AD instead of like present day, I guess. Because I don't think it's in Truce. Although I am going to go have a look. Give me a moment. Residence. No, Mayor's Manor? No, wait, it's like the tutorial house. Nope. Residence. Truce Inn. There we go. No, it's not this one either. Here? Yeah, no, it's probably like in 600 AD. The merchants who were in the square have all left to restock. Why not pay a visit to the town market? There we go. So like now we're missing literally just like 2 time portals, and those are the ones that go to Zeal and like it's like 65 million BC, I think. It's like the link between those two. I don't actually remember. It doesn't really even matter anymore because later in the game that one gets sealed for like a good deal of time. So yeah. It's not here either. The runners say the Fiend Lord's army has reached Zinan Bridge. What will happen now, I wonder? There's not to worry about now. The heroes come to save us. There's no doubting it. He bore the hero's badge. And it will be nice to have peace in the realm again. Is the talk true? I heard the Fiend Lord's army has broken our line and taken the bridge. They say even the king himself was wounded. The hero has come, he'll save us all. Well... come on. Oh, I can't actually speak with the guy. That's weird. Have you heard? He's come at last. The hero, the legendary hero. He's gone to see the king already. Now the Fiend Lord hasn't a chance. So yeah, if you remember in like 600 AD, the bridge used to be destroyed. Now it's fixed, but it's impassable. Our provisions have depleted. Have the supplies still not arrived from the castle? We'll starve at this rate. Yep. It's like a hint to go back to the castle. Because we get food from there. And again, I'm kind of like skipping the fights here because there's like really no point in doing them at the moment. You don't get that much in the way of TP or XP, and it's basically just like fighting on automatic. Halt! Who goes there? Oh, it's you again. Okay, let's go get the food for starters. The commander has gone to Zinan Bridge. The wounded from the battle there are resting down below. Oh wait, this is not the kitchen. Oh, wrong side. It's like on the other side, right? Because you need to speak to the cook so that he gives you food to take to the commander, who is actually also his brother. The master of kitchens has his hands full, trying to get food to the front lines while making sure the king keeps up his strength. Okay, so go... Hi. What? My brother's larders are nearly empty? Serves him right, thinking you men with swords are the only ones protecting the kingdom. Enough of that. You are never going to set aside your petty feud. You're grown men. Act like it. Mind your business. What do you know of it anyway? Okay, let's, come on. There we go. Wait. Whew. Take this for the troops. Spice jerky. I mean, this is like one thing that they should have changed the name of, right? It's like spice jerky is kind of weird. They should have called it something like rations or something like that. And this is for you. Here, strength capsule. Yay. Tell my brother. There we go. When you see that fool brother of mine, tell him he had better come back alive. Lord Chrono, the great hero, has appeared from the very pages of legend. He arrived not long ago, then left to meet the king. So this is like kind of something that I didn't really know myself at the time. But when you see who the hero of like legend is supposed to be, you might seem... He might seem a bit familiar. Queen Lynn will collapse if she does not get some rest. Sir Cyrus must have sent that boy to us. Oh, Crono. Have I grown too old for all this? With Sir Cyrus nowhere to be found, all our hopes rest on the shoulder of that boy who bears the hero's badge. He has gone to the southern continent now, to search for the sword that can slay Magus. But anyway, I'm like that. The hero's name is Tada, and when you see him, you kind of like figure out what I mean. Especially if you've played the Dragon Quest games, he might seem a little bit familiar. Give me a moment here. just like save, because there's like a boss fight right after this. Lord Chrono, what word? Give me food. Food! He's brought us food! It was my brother? I see, he saved us all. Lord Crono, if I should not return alive, give my brother my thanks. What's happened? Magus's troops have launched their attack. Our defenses will not hold. You are Knights of Guardia. Defend the honor of the Order and drive the enemy back whence it came. But we are far outnumbered. This is our last line of defense. It must not break. Very well, my lord. Zook zook. As you can see, Lord Crono, it's all my men can do to hold this line. Might you lend your blade to our battle as well? Yes. Take this with you. Aha. Let me just like equip that. Blah blah blah. I'm Ozzy, one of Lord Magus's 3 generals, and to his enemies I grant death. Go, my children, take them to their graves. So I didn't actually bring Robot to this fight because these, as far as I remember, absorb that. Like generally undead-looking enemies will absorb dark attacks. Not the boss though. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. Did I do something wrong here? Oh, this in a piggle. Yes, I love that. Like the thing. So wait a minute. It's like the. Oh, wait. Antipode was dark. That's right. Oh my god, I totally forgot that. I kept going like, yeah, these guys just like absorb dark energy. Ho 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 ho. I'm so clever. Wait up already. Seems I misjudged you the first time, but I won't do that twice. So if the character portraits weren't enough of a hint, Oz's design should kind of like let you know that the general look of the game was kind of, I don't know if like all of it, but I know like the character designs are like based on Akira Toriyama designs, which you might know as the guy that like created Dragon Ball. And Ozzy's in a piggle again. Drat! But yeah, Ozzy is probably like Ozzy's appearance is probably like the moment where you know that, you know, you're like in a Toriyama thing, like one way or another. It's like they're designed by him. Now there's like a boss, I think, right? That's it! This time you're finished! I mean it! Isn't it about time you gave up? Mess with Crono and you'll be sorry. Yep. Oh man, this boss took me a while to figure out the first time I played the game. He is also prominently featured in the like the intro cutscene, while not actually having a cutscene of his own. Like at the time, like let me just like show you. Let us have a look. This and what's it? Around here somewhere, right? Let's see. Where was it? There's like a scene where like Chrono and Frog use X Strike or whatever it's called against this thing. There we go. See, it's like this one here. But you don't actually get access to Frog until after this bit. Which is kind of funny, actually. That's something that I've always like noticed about this game. So as far as I remember, one half is immune to one kind of magic and the other half is immune to the other kind of magic, or like one absorbs magic and the other absorbs like is like immune to physical. Just like give it a try. I don't like remember exactly. I think bottom half is like weak to ice. Okay, so like it absorbs ice, and therefore I think the top half absorbs fire, because like physical attacks work just fine. I can't actually use antipode here because it will heal him as far as I remember. So go ice for the top, go fire for the bottom, and I think that's about it. Yeah. So, fun fact, if you destroy his bottom half first, he actually floats in place. It's like kind of like goes around the battlefield floating. It's in fact, I think, a very good way to kind of like get him to bug off, because his top half kind of like prefers to use like that flame attack. Oh shit! Why did it? So the memory cursor keeps what attacks you can use, but not. It keeps what attacks you can use, but not the target where you like want to use them at. Death! Brr. Yep. So he like totally prefers to do this instead of. So let's see. I think he's like the top half is immune to fire, like absorbs it. Like when I use like the weak one. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait. Oh. Does it absorb light as well? How come I didn't remember this? That's so weird. Oh, okay. So Rooks is in chat as well. Hi, Rooks. And he says that like each part absorbs 2 elements. I did not remember that. I thought like one was like weak to one, like not weak, but like you know what I mean. Absorbs one and like not the other. Uh-oh. Marl, don't die. Oh. I have time. Yes. And yeah, that's the end of the fight. I don't know why the game does this, but there's like MP Buster that like drains your mana as like the last attack before it dies. I literally have no idea what the point of this is. because you can just like exit and like do this. It's kind of funny. Okay, thanks to your aid, we were able to defend the bridge. But unless we defeat Magus, it's an empty victory. The hero has come at last? Then I suppose it's only a matter of time before the epic battle begins. Well... Sorry. Oh, here's the guy with the bromide. Is it true that His Majesty suffered injury? Oh, what will become of us in our kingdom now? Oh wait, it's not this guy. It is locked. They say the Fiend Lord is a master of the arcane magic of old. The cantrips of his fiends are nothing compared to what he wields. Oh, where could Sir Cyrus be? Surely he hasn't deserted the kingdom. Mother sends him not to play outside because it's dangerous with all the monsters. I'm so bored. I remember it's like a way to unlock this. But I don't quite remember how. Ah, there we go. Yahoo! Oh, what a glorious day. Now then, just wait right there. Not need to get impatient. Yeah, it's unlocked. Feel free to take what's inside. And I'll be taking this bromide. Hee hee. Yep, there you go. Don't tell Granny. Ah, my very own sweet Naga pet. It's like, So you get like some exposition for like Tada, which is like supposed to be the like the hero, but not really. So here's like a nice bit of info here. We're about to get to the point where combat encounters become a bit more complex, slightly. And this is like the first hint of that. The Denadoro Mountains to the east are filled with monsters called Ogans that wield huge hammers, but burn their weapons and their pussycats. So yeah, there are like certain enemies that if you use specific elements against, they become a lot easier to fight. These Ogans have a lot of damage reduction, but if you use fire against them, their hammer gets burned and they immediately become a lot easier to kill. Tales say the legendary Masamune sleeps deep within the Denadoro Mountains, but they say terrible beasts rest there as well. God damn it, I just can't like read today. I don't know. I'm not focusing enough. But they say a terrible beast rests there as well, guarding the blade. Many people visit inns. If you're searching for someone, inns are a fine place to ask. By the way, did you know whirlwind energy will dissipate if it's hit by a wind slash? Nature has a way of balancing things out. Magus is trying to summon a terrible evil. If he succeeds, there will be no quarter for us. We'll all perish. That's why I mean to keep hiding in the bottom of this mug. Have you met the hero already? Nope. Oh, I haven't met him either. I wonder what the champion of the world looks like. I'm so thrilled to see. A great swordsmith of long ago once forged a masterwork blade called the something or other Muni. No one alive today has the skill to make a sword to rival it. And even this, which in any other JRPG would have been kind of like a throwaway line about like a legendary sword that you're probably gonna get at some point, this actually has a payoff later on. The item I seek is the mythical rainbow shell. Here's some money to cover your expenses. You'll have the rest when you've retrieved it. I'm counting on you, Toma. So, remember Toma, this guy at the inn later on? Like earlier on, sorry. Worry not, they do not call me a legendary explorer without reason. I will not disappoint. I'll be awaiting good news. Well then, Now that the business is settled, I'll think I'll go down a drink for the road. With the rainbow shell, we could make prismatic armor to guard against magic. Yet I worry I may have misplaced my trust in that young man. He claims to be a great explorer, but was I right in believing him? Well, he does end up finding it, as far as I remember. But I also remember that he kind of like dies in the process. But yeah, it's kind of like a weird kind of thing. So here's Fiona, which was mentioned like earlier on in the game. She doesn't really do anything at this point. My husband Marco hasn't returned from the war, but we planted and tended these woods together, so I mean to do my best to protect them until the day he returns. Her story doesn't really like end well, unfortunately, but we do get to set some wrongs right later on. Thankfully. With this armor, I can join the fight against the Fiend Lord. Zen capsule. Yay. It's so heavy! I love this. I'm afraid my brother will hurt himself. Ooh, hello. Actually, I do want to keep Taban's vest, like the speed and like fire protection. A strange monster came here drinking not long past, mumbling about Queen Lin this and Masam Yunedad. Gee, I wonder who that was. Sure was an ugly frogman. Hehe. I cannot believe the legendary hero is a boy from this very village. Have you heard the latest? Yup. Well then, let me be the one to tell you. The legendary hero is from our own village. I can't believe that naughty little urchin Tada is the legendary hero. Have you heard about the magic cave? The one east of the Denadoro Mountains? I saw a sheer rock wall there past the castle gate, and then a host of fiends strolled right in. Let's leave Magus and his cronies to their own devices though, lest you want any trouble. So this is the Elder's house. I think this is where we're supposed to give the jerky, right? Oh, is that not spiced jerky you're carrying? Might you part with it for 10,000 G? Actually, so I don't actually know what happens if you sell it to her, but you are kind of like meant to give it for free, because then you get this. Truly, oh, thank you. I thought kindness and sharing gone from this world altogether. I'll teach my children from your example. There are greater things in life than money. Right then, I'd best start cooking. So yeah, now that we've done this, you can at some point go back to 1000 AD, which I think I might as well just like do now. I don't have enough time to do like the entire side quest with Tada and like the hero's badge, so it might actually be faster to just like go get the reward now. So, remember initially the poor mayor was kind of like a greedy bastard that would pay us 10 gold to act like chicken in front of him? So yeah, this is kind of like a... Oh, god damn it. I forgot the memory cursor again. This is like a cool little like early example of like the whole like time travel thing and how the game handles that. Because if you go and give the jerky to his great ancestor for free, he is no longer a greedy bastard at like present, because his family has values now apparently, because they got meat for free. See, Medina Village? Guardia Forest? No, that's like Medina Village. This one, right? Yeah. So yeah, apparently he's been taught like values like being generous and stuff, and he changes a little bit. Like some of the dialogue changes. Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right. This is not the right one. Guess we had to go through Guardia anyway. I was just like hoping to avoid Guardia Forest, but if I'm like replacing one dungeon for like a slightly longer one, then I'd rather not. I mean, I guess we could have used the like the Millennium Fair one, but I don't think it's that much faster, if at all faster. It's like technically you like kind of like save yourself the walk through the forest, but there's also like 3 transition scenes, or like 4 of them, while this one gets you a lot closer to Xinan Bridge as well. So let's go talk to the mayor. Hi. I wish my husband were just a touch less generous. I mean, it wouldn't kill him to save a little for us, would it? Ah, see, it's like a change from last stream. And if we speak to all the kids, like so, everybody says Dad is magnanimous, but he says he's just big boned. Also, what's this now? Aha, shelter. Also, these are like important for later. My dad is my favorite person in the whole world. I love my daddy. Hi, I'm Help the Needy, share and share alike. Thinking about making that a town motto. Huh. I actually thought you got something in return for that. Huh. Maybe not? Why do I remember there was like something you could get? Was that like later on? Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks to Rooks again. It's like you get the Sunstone later on. Sorry about that. There's like so many things that I forget about. Like you basically get something called a Moonstone later in the game, and that isn't very good. Like it's like no good for you, and like to you, sorry. So you kind of need to charge it, and a Moonstone will become a Sunstone if you leave it in direct sunlight for like a few millennia. So basically, since we're time traveling, we can do that. And I think you go back to 65 million BC. You leave the Moonstone in like the altar of the sun or whatever it's called. No, here. Nope. So it's like here. And you kind of like leave the stone there, but when you come back at like 2300 AD or something like that, it's missing. So you kind of have to like figure out where it went and when it kind of like left from there. Also, hey, Millimage, welcome. How's it going? How are we doing tonight? Today. I guess like today for you, right? Nope. Don't use items. Safe. Nope, not safe. I just used another meat potion for no good reason. Damn it. No one has time for that. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, I guess we can at least try and get like the hero's badge. Because like definitely not enough time to do Magus's castle tonight. It's kind of like a long-ish dungeon. Oh, obtain meat potion. Aha. Also, I'm not fighting these now because I am kind of like forced to fight them later. So what is this? Obtain magic scarf. Yep. Though I don't know if I actually want to equip it on Lucas. It seems like her speed is already kind of without it. Who's there? Haha! It's Frog. Ah, Chrono, what brings you here? Come to practice your swordplay? What? His Majesty wounded? I see. Alas, blah 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 blah. There's naught I can do. Pray forgive me, but I'd like to be alone. Oh. I'm no hero. There's naught I can do to help. Man. Actually... Wait, oh, you can't actually get the fragments of the Masamune yet. But yeah, I don't actually care about fighting these. So here's like a cool thing. There's like an optimal order of fighting these. And it's actually not the frogs, as far as I remember. Because they will cast this thing as a counter-attack when you try to do that. And they've got like a lot of health as well. So, there's like a small bit of like biology here. Snakes will eat frogs. And you can kind of force these snakes to eat the frogs by damaging them. Because they will try and eat the frogs to kind of like restore their health, which immediately makes it a lot easier to, you know, deal with them, because the snake will like automatically kill the frog if it does like the pounce animation. But you need to like do between 3 and 4 hits, which kind of like gives you a little bit of damage there. Does the snake eat frog? No, it doesn't. Thankfully. That would be very awkward, wouldn't it? Have a party member eaten by a snake. So yeah, this is like at this point it's not like very important to actually like start exploiting this advanced, I guess, techniques, but they do become a lot more important later on in the game. It's kind of nice that Snake Noid's Glen, yes, exactly. It's kind of nice that you are given the option of making your life slightly easier, but it is not like required at this point. And I think it's also like a good way to kind of like teach you that there are sometimes better orders of dealing with stuff than just like attacking whatever is like closest. Okay, the Nadoro Mountains. This is where we find Tada. Like eventually. Oh, yeah, damn it. There's like a way to sneak through these. Ah! Yep. Okay, these are like the hammerless organ, so that's fine. This is a terrible place. You'd best run away while you can. Okay, remember that thing I was saying? There's like special interactions if you use specific elements on enemies. So if I use... See, this only did 17 damage, the counter attack. But if I use fire on it and burn its hammer away... Whoops. Well, suddenly we do 189. And like later on there are like more of these kind of like more advanced interactions. It's like one of the things that I really like about this game. Okay, come this way. Click. Athenian water. Thought I was running away from the non-hammered goblin. Yeah, I know. For shame. Okay, let's see. There should be... I'm gonna fight these though. It's like it doesn't. It does like very little good to be skipping these fights. To be honest, especially since I kind of like need the TP at this point to get like more advanced techniques. Let's see, 66, so that means that... Wait, Marl needs 64 for cure? No, 56. Oh, okay. And 66 for napalm. Fine. Also, this canyon is such a pain later on. So, these guys, the little like whirly ninja enemies, I hate these so much. Later on, you have to come here to like later on, like at the end of the game-ish. You kind of have to come here to get one of the tribal tech stones, and this specific one. There's like one of these ninja bird thingies that throws you rocks, and you need to time like the interact button as soon as it hits you to kind of like grab it in the air, and that turns out to be the tech stone that you need. I think it's like the green one, if I'm not mistaken, or like the blue one, like either of the two. Which is like very annoying for me, to be honest. Wait, can I get like a golden... Oh, there we go. For like the longest time, I had like so much trouble timing that. Such a pain. Yep, there we go. That was like the animation that I was talking about. But like clearly not this specific enemy. There's like a point where you have to go through a canyon and like there's like one of these enemies on like the other side, like trying to pelt you with like rocks constantly. And like the annoying thing that's like every time you fail the timing, you get hit by the rock and lose some health. I hated that bit so much. Oh, never mind. It's like we get here from a different screen. My bad. Do we? Do we? I actually don't remember. Did we like get there through like a different screen? Oh, wait. Was it like from further back? I just like skip it by accident. Eh. Damn it. Yep. I hate it when this happens. I always forget like one or two little things, and here's like the annoying thing. If you remember most of a game, then there we go. It's like these guys that can like throw stones at you. Let's see. I don't think you can actually catch it from now, and you do keep like losing health. No. You can't actually catch it at the moment, I think. Unless my timing is like that off. Which I don't think it is. Never knew you could catch it ever. Really? I mean, that's like one of the triple tech stones that you get from that. Let me try and like remember which one it was. That's right, it's the golden one, and you need to be with Frog as your... Oh yeah, never mind. Just like a PM for that as well. But yeah, you need to have Frog as the lead of the party, which means you can only access it after you're done with like Zeal. So the thing with Chrono kind of happens then. And you have like the chance to set like someone else as the party leader. And what was the golden one though? It's like Frog, Chrono, and Robo, or like Frog, Marlin. Like oh my god, I don't remember. Oh, Robo and Marl. Okay, fair enough. Just like looked it up. So it's like one of the 5. Come on, yeah, come on. There we go. 600G. It's one of the 5 stones, gemstones, colored stones. I don't remember exactly what the game calls them in this version. But there's like basically, for those that don't know, there's a series of equipable items that enable specific end game triple techs, which is attacks that kind of like use all 3 characters of the party. They only work with specific setups. A lot of them, all the stone enabled attacks don't require that you don't have Chrono in the party, because it's like 3 other people. Because yeah, all of the triple techs that you learn by leveling all involve Chrono, as far as I remember. And what the stones do, they kind of like enable the other ones that Chrono can't be in the party for. So there's one like the black one I remember is Magus, Luca, and Marl. It's called something like Tri-Attack or something like that. It's kind of like a combination of fire, ice, like fire, water, and dark magic. Oh, just attack this guy. Nope. There's one that's Ayla, Ayla, Marl, and Luca, which is called Poyozo Dance, but I don't remember which one that is. I think it's like the blue one, I want to say. It's like one of the more fun ones. It's kind of like an impromptu dance party where every enemy kind of like takes a lot of damage. There's like 5 of them. There's like one that's like a Robo, Frog, and I want to say Ayla as well. I think I have them here. Hold on, it's like the blue one, Luca Robo Magus. Black one is Mar Luca Magus. Yes, see, that's like the one I was talking about. White ones like Poyozo Dance, Marle Luca, and Ayla. Okay, silver one is Frog, Robo, and Ayla. Yeah, okay. It's nice to know that I at least remember which characters are involved in them, if not maybe the color of the gemstone. Gling, 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 gling. I wonder why Fireworld doesn't fit like the leftmost one. I mean, he does seem to be in like the correct place more or less, right? That kind of sucks. Also, I don't remember 100% here, but I think there's a way to fall off if you go too low. Yep. I did a stupid here. And now we get to enjoy a lovely little climb again. Thankfully, I think we don't need to do the fight gauntlet like a second time. So that's something at least. But I think we do need to do this fight. Yeah. Okay. Or not. Huh. Okay, so I guess the second time around you're not like forced into it. I have had this happen to me on like more than 0 occasions, unfortunately. Not particularly proud of it, but you know. It's like the price of wanting to explore everything. You get to also trigger most, if not all, traps in the game. Damn it. Hey, mountains are so nice. Wait, what? Mountains are so nice. This is such a nice view. Mountains are so nice. You really aren't going to leave me alone, huh? Here, take this. Yep. Mountains are nice. Yes, we said that already. Wait, what? So let's go find out what Tada was doing here. Almost. Aha! Damn it. Yeah. That always happens. Marl and Cure. Yay! So when we get Frog, we will now... yeah, totally forgot about that. There we go. When we eventually get Frog, we also get like a pretty decent like healing tech. Hello. It's like, Masa, I'm the wind. Whoosh. Hey, don't go up there. Did you come to take it? The Masamune, I mean. I thought so. Wait just a second, alright? Oh, big brother, where are you, Masa? What is it, Mune? Not again. It's like so cool though. Like it's kind of played a bit for laughs, but I love the idea of like a very conspicuous child or two running around like the final resting place of like the legendary sword, and they actually turn out to be like the guardians or something. So, thought you'd make a name for yourself as hero by grabbing the Masamune, did you? What a buffoon. Humans are all the same, aren't they? It's how you use the sword that's important, not just that you have the strongest one. You can't even understand something as simple as that. Guess that proves you're human. Also dismissive, jerk. What should we do? The usual. Test them. Might as well give them the chance to entertain us a while. Aha! So, as far as I remember here, they just like always counter-attack or whatnot, right? Try and Uh-oh, she's confused. Yeah, Masa and Yuna, blah, 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 blah. And now their final form, I guess. Or not. Wait, that's like the second time you fight them. Hey, Masa, these ones are pretty tough. No one's lasted this long since Cyrus. Okay. What should we do? We fight them for real, of course. Alright, this is it. No more games. With Masa's strength, bravery, and Nunes' wisdom, I guess. Brains. Okay, damn it. I think they might have changed this a little bit from like the original, like voice, like the big beefy dude. So yeah, this is where we need to kind of like dispel with what's it called? This is kind of where we need to dispel with like Wind Slash, I think. Yeah. Wait, they changed all of Masamune's dialogue? Aww. That sucks. Like, their original dialogue was like so much more like quirky, right? Storing whirlwind energy. No, you're not. Dissipated. Also, I love both how beefy and how pissed off the spirit of Masamune is. Or at least how pissed off it looks. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna do Aura World here. And I think I'm gonna try using a mid-ether on Mark. No, you're not. This is like one of those fights that if you know like what you need to do, it's like very easy. But if you don't and you have no idea how to like dissipate the wind energy, it becomes like such a pain to get through. I'm the wind. Yeah, it's like I wish I am the wind. I think it's like I do remember that one from the game, from the original version as well. Wait, 87? What the freak? Excuse me? Why the hell did he just like do so much damage? Oh shit. Ah! I didn't notice he was like storing whirlwind energy. Nope. Wind slash. There we go. God. I missed the prompt there. It was like so stupid. Yay, we win. Did we? No, not yet. Dead. No, he not dead. Wait. Cure. Never mind. We win. And we also get the 2 techs that we're missing. Cleave, Napalm, and Dual Tech. Fire Sword, Dual Tech. Ice Sword, Dual Tech. It's like the combo with Cleave. Do you think they'll get us fixed? They beat us, Masa. That was fun. Do you think they'll fix us? If they find our proper owner? Oh, proper owner, come on. Like the original said rightful as far as I remember, so that was like way more fitting. And like Masa would be like, don't worry, it will be fine. Yeah, Cleave rather than Spin Cut. Yeah, that one as well. Although I think I'm like almost certain that Cleave was also in the like DS version as well. Aha! What is this? So this is the Masamune. It looks like it's been broken for ages. Aha! Allow me. We ride the wind to the base of the mountain. Good luck to you. Nope. There's like one more thing I didn't get. Go back. Ah. Great. I have to do it all over again. God damn it. Just a moment. So yeah, it's that, like that chest over there as far as I know. So we kind of need to... Oh boy. Nope. think I should probably kill Crono at this point. Can't escape? Really? Okay. No, come on. Yep, I totally forgot to get that. Silver earring. This is like the one that cuts down MP consumption, right? No, HP. It's like the gold one gives like 50%. So let's see. Up here. Aha. Yeah, can't escape this one either. Damn it. Wait, really? Okay, this is something I don't really remember happening last time. Hey! Also missed something here. Whoops. Oh wait, hold on. Isn't this one like jump down? Hey, Nognir, welcome. How's it going? Come, like a bit late to be honest, but how are we doing today? SSJ? It's like SSJ. No, I don't want to fight you. Oh, there we go. Mirage Hand. Ha ha ha. Let's see. This is for you. Attack plus 30. Trying to do some mapping in PoE, but this popped up. Wait, what? What popped up? Hmm. Got like everything right. Last I heard, the hero went to the Denadoro Mountains in search of a sword. I've no idea where he might have headed after that. Hello. How have the days treated you? I've got some information for you if you'd care to buy me a drink. Sure. Word has that an odd beast has taken up residence deep in the southern wood. Strange as it may sound, they say it's a monstrous frog. How about that, eh? Which version is this? It's like the Steam version. Which I feel is kind of not like the best version, unfortunately, since the fonts are kind of and the combat UI is also kind of and to be honest, the high resolution graphics option isn't really that. Let me show you. Let me save first, though. So the supposed high resolution option just puts a filter over the map, but the characters kind of like stay the same. See? So everything's kind of like all kind of like, you know, blurry, I guess. Get that already though? It's like the silver earring, like different than the silver stud. Oh, it's like different one. So yeah, I guess we kind of like missed one item. I totally forgot that existed. So like, you may be hearing like a lot of like Steam noises in the background. That's Rooks, which I thank for the help. It's like I totally forgot about a lot of the things that you can actually get. Let's see. But yeah, it's not like really a high resolution option. It just puts a filter over the original graphics to kind of like make them a bit more like it increases the anti-aliasing, I guess. I kind of like forgot it activated, unfortunately. So yeah, it's like a calling it a high resolution option is kind of like disingenuous, I want to say. No tech animation. Wait, what? What do you mean? What? What? Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't understand. It's like you pick to the combo tag and the fight event. Simply not that. No, I'm like running away from all the fights. I'm not actually doing any tech. Silver star. Okay, yeah, this one goes on Marl immediately. Because this is like the third time I've been through this area, so I don't really care about doing that anymore. I'm just like running away. If you see at like the top left when I hold down like the trigger buttons to run, oh, can't escape. Never mind. I actually do need to do that. But if you hold both triggers, like there's like an escape indicator coming up. I think it's probably like the mobile version of that, because I don't remember it being there in the DS version either. Kind of like to make it, I guess, easier to activate on like mobile devices. Oh my god, stop counter-attacking, we need to run! Probably never use the escape command. I mean, I wouldn't normally, but for like the sake of brevity, I don't really like need to go through every fight like 2 or 3 times. There's like very little incentive to do that in like the entire story anyway. Although I could probably just like set the combat speed to max and just like breeze through all of these, but I don't know. It still kind of like feels like a waste of time at the moment. Okay, so I think there's like now an event with Tada again down in Por. Let's see. Here? No. Here? No. Hold on. It's like the mayor's house, I think. Elder's house. No. Wait, where did Tada run off to? Because I know that like eventually you need to go get the like the hero's badge. So I mentioned this at the start. If you notice, Tada is the only character in the game that actually has like an idle animation, in that he kind of like jogs on the spot. And if you see him from the front, forgive me, truth be told, I plucked this badge from the floor of the tavern. Some besotted froggish fellow dropped it as he stumbled out. So yeah, if you notice his general appearance and like the general way like he carries himself might be familiar to anyone who's ever played one of the first few Dragon Quest games. In fact, apparently this is supposed to be kind of like a friendly dig towards like one of the like developers of like the Dragon Quest games. Like I think his name is like Koji something. Hold on, I've got like Dragon Quest 2 installed on my Switch, so let's see. It's like It's like literally the first name you see when you launch the game. Square Enix. Yuji Horii. Okay, so apparently, there's like an actual like backstory to this. Apparently, when they were like kind of like planning to make this game, they kind of wanted to tap like as many like big name developers in JRPGs as they could, and basically they got both the Final Fantasy guy. What's his name? Like damn it! It's like something like Hironobu Sakaguchi or something like that. So they got that guy, and they also got Yuji Horii, who was like the Dragon Quest guy, because both of them at the time apparently ran like independent studios. And then they also got what's his name, Kira Toriyama to do the like character designs, and then they got like Nobuo Uematsu to do the music, and also it's like Yasunori Mitsuda or something like that. So it's like basically like a dream team of Japanese game dev big names. And basically, as far as like certain insider sources tell it, Tada was kind of like meant to be a dig at like the protagonists of like, you know, Dragon Quest. Like I never actually noticed that until I kind of like got told it, but this is the only character that has like a like jogging in place idol animation, and like with like the shield that he has, which is never actually mentioned in game at all. He looks a lot like the like Erdrick's descendant from like the first Dragon Quest, or like even like the second one. So yeah, apparently that was kind of like meant to be a friendly rib between like the two main developers that like worked on this. I thought to sell it, see, but then everyone started calling me the hero when they saw it, and well, I didn't know what to do but go along with it. I was like his dad freaking out. But it's too much for me, this hero business. I've had enough. Here, you can have the badge. Oh, what was I thinking? I knew it turned out something like this. I ought to have seen it sooner. You don't have to be a jerk to your kid. Oh, letting myself get all swept up where I should have been looking out for my boy. Well, from now on I'll make sure both of our feet stay on the ground. For his dear departed mom's sake. Listen to him. And who does he think he was going on around bragging to everyone he's the hero? Yeah, see? It's like the shield animation as well. So you can see it from like the side. No, he doesn't even like. Oh, there we go. So yeah, now basically we can come here and actually save just before we enter, because I think that's more or less enough for tonight. Like decent progress. Like 6.5 hours into the game. So yeah. Have a very pleasant evening, everyone. Let's see if we've got anyone to raid. And we do not. Wow. Nice. Oh well. So yeah, have a very pleasant evening. I will probably see you tomorrow with more Chrono Trigger. And thanks for sticking around? Question mark. Good night.